Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. I was loading up FM24, but I think the game actually just crashed while I was doing that. So we'll see what happens. Oh, it didn't. Cool. So, I'm trying to make sure this is just working before I actually switch everything over and then have it not work right again. Alright, I'm gonna assume that that's probably fine. So, before we get too far into this, I've played FM before. I'm not gonna say I'm good at it, but I think I'm okay enough. So we're gonna see what happens. Main things I want to put are we're only gonna stay with the MLS. We're gonna set everything else to view only. I feel like we're missing one or two leagues here, so I want to get kind of the main countries added here, and I hope I've got a decent enough computer that I don't think this will matter too much, but we're gonna see what happens. That's a good sign. Come on. Australia's really thinking there. So I want viewable, 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 viewable. That should be good enough. Oh, that's right. This is F. I forgot that it's not going to be like this coming season. That's going to be a little funky. So we're going to put, it's just going to mainly be the primary leagues in each country on here. I'm okay leaving that. I did want Mexico. Okay, good. Mexico's got everything on for that. And we'll do that. Cool. I don't have the in-game editor, but we'll disable it anyway. Really don't care about adding too much other stuff here. The one thing I usually do lead off is do not add key staff. Simply because I really don't care about it. Not, I mean, there's just no real reason. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it'll let me. It'll let me pick today's date, but I strongly do not think so. Which is okay. We're gonna leave it as a. I want to put it on large, but I think we're gonna go with medium. And we'll start the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing England, so we don't really care. I kind of thought about this today. Probably should turn on the stream audio. Thought a little bit today about what team I want to play, what kind of what we're gonna do with this run. I'm kind of leaning. I think we're gonna go with Minnesota United. Uh, Kind of a few reasons. Not the best team by any means. Not the worst team by any means. Kind of a. We're gonna put them in the bottom half, but they kind of sit somewhere around that middle to almost very bottom. The first season, I think if we make one or two good moves, we can easily end up in the playoffs. I keep thinking my camera's over here because that's where it used to be. So I think we could end up in the playoffs if we have a pretty good first season. I think by the second or third, we should be able to get into the MLS playoffs. The long-term goal for this save is obviously going to be to win every major competition that we're in. So obviously it's going to be the end goal is going to be the Supporters Shield and the MLS playoffs for the regular season and the playoffs. I'd really like to win the U.S. Open, and I'd really like to win CONCACAF. U.S. Open will be huge. I'm not thinking we can get the last one. That's going to be playing against a lot of the North American clubs, and even the U.S. Open is going to probably be a little challenging playing against the Mexican clubs. But I think it's possible, especially depending on seeding. If we play other MLS teams, that'll make it a lot easier to get through. But at the same time, we're gonna not be comparable to the Mexican clubs when we start out, and when we get into our team, we'll kind of go through that. But I think it's gonna be a nice, comfortable challenge. Like I said, Minnesota's definitely not the worst team in the MLS. They're not up there with the best, but we can certainly hold a candle in a lot of the games. I'm thinking we're gonna probably see a lot of draws more than anything else, and I think we're going to see a lot of draws. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. So, we're going to make a fake character. So, I'm just going to go with, how about we just go Lily. She'll be American. And how about we say, I think Minnesota United's in St. Paul. So, how about we say Minneapolis to balance it out? And we'll just call it today. So it's today, February 22nd. So, that's 22. And February, and what's just 2003. Cool. It's as close as today as we can get. I'm gonna leave. I'm actually just gonna put no favorite team. It would have been Houston. I like the Dynamo, but we'll certainly just leave that as none. I'll leave responsibilities to myself for now. We're gonna kind of go through and mess with that a little bit when we get into the game. I don't know. How about we just go... Yeah, that works. Make it look like it's me as close as possible. Just for realism. I'm not doing the 3D model. I learned my mistake last time with that one. The 3D model does not play nice in this game. I don't know why my computer's like not liking the game right now. Won't even let me hit a hair color. Okay. We just stuck white. Well, that's cool. I wonder, do I have a model already saved? Yeah, that's good enough. Cool. So Twilight Lily. I don't really like the heavy coat, but it kind of fits in Minnesota, so I think we're kind of about it. But let's do the team colors. The bright blue's gonna be too much. Let's go with kind of a darker blue. And I'm okay with everything else. We kind of just chill. I think that'll be good. So, like we decided, let's go USA, Major League Soccer. We're in the Western Conference. And we'll play Minnesota. The Loons. So, in a perfect world, we'd start off a little bit lower, but we're going to be playing in the top division in the U.S., so I'm just going to go with a Continental Pro license. I think really we could get away with an A or an B, but just make it easy on ourselves. I'm kind of okay with the defaults. I actually might turn it over one to management, only because youngster knowledge is going to be kind of hit or miss with how our farm system is going to work. And I'm really just not concerned as much with a lot of the player points as much as I am going to be about actually developing our players. And I kind of just want the extra few points over here. But I am okay with default, but what I might do is take out one from here, and I would like one more in adaptability. Actually, I want one more motivating, because I know how our players are going to be. We'll start playing. So, first few things off the bat, we need to develop our tactic. Now, I will say out of a lot of things in this game, I think tactics are probably my worst. Tactics are probably what I'm worst at. So I'm not looking forward to that. I think we're going to do a simple 4-2-3-1, kind of the standard in the MLS. Like we're the cool new hire. It's MLS, so we really don't have an issue of transfer budget. And no real history of note. We went runners up in the MLS West in 2020, so 4 years, I guess 3 years technically in the game since we actually got anything. Here's our current team. So, kind of the first thing I want to do is I think we're going to want to get a new goalkeeper. St. Clair is pretty good, but I think we can find someone better for what we're going to end up paying him. Who else on the list? Definitely our defense can be the other spot we're going to shore up. Tapias is good. DJ Taylor's pretty good, but Erickson and Valentine, we can probably get better people. Our midfield, I'm okay with. Trapp, he's going to easily be able to go up in front if we have to. And then our two strikers, I'm going to be pretty happy with from the beginning as well. But again, we need to see how they perform before we get super comfortable with them. So, our owner wants us to do a bunch of stuff. He wants us to grow the club's reputation. Easy enough. We're a Major League Soccer team. As long as we actually don't lose all of our games, easy. Sign young players, develop for profit. This one's going to be a little bit hard for not the reasons you would think. We will have our academy, and we will have our lower level team, plus we'll have Madison as an affiliate. So it's pretty easy to develop internally. But what we're going to end up seeing is we're actually not going to sign that many youngsters from outside of our academy. We're probably going to grow a lot unless we have good trades. And that's going to be a whole another issue later. Our 5-year plan, we want to finish mid-table in MLS. We want to reach the latter stage of the U.S. Open Cup. That's should be a gimme. We should be able to get at least past the first round against one of the non-MLS teams, probably a USL team. If we can get to the semifinals, I'd be extremely happy. Then we have next season where my contract expires, but we want to reach the playoffs. And this is kind of what I was thinking before anyway. Actually, that was kind of a coincidence. I didn't think about any of this. But we did talk about we want to reach the playoffs. I think that's certainly possible if we get the right signings. It's going to be close, but we'll see what happens. And then later on, that's a bunch of other problems for later. Finish mid-table. Supporters are going to expect that. I'm of the opinion this coaching staff meeting kind of ends up being useless. So I do every 2 weeks. Really, I think you could get away with every month. But we'll do 2 weeks for now. And I'm okay doing the friendly. I don't think it really matters as much for us. We kind of know about our team going in. But we're inexperienced. We're going to be supporting one of our favorite clubs. Let's see what happens. So, here's our supporters. Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities, Minnesota. Probably not the biggest soccer market out there, but we have a bunch of hardcore supporters. Our main part's going to be our core, duh. So those are going to be kind of just the average soccer fan. Families, fair weather, Fair weather is going to be kind of our driving factor on if we sell tickets this season. If we start doing good, they'll show up. Um, we finished mid-table last year, so we should start off pretty decently with that. And incorporating casual is going to be whatever. The nice thing is here, we do have 14,500 season ticket holders, and that's really good considering if we go to our field, or I mean our stadium, that's a pretty decent chunk of it. That's about 75%. And really, that's almost all of our actual seats. It's just going to be a lot of standing capacity is going to make up for that. So we don't really have to worry about selling tickets as much. They're already sold, but obviously the more money we get, the better. Why is the game not playing nice with me today? I'm actually very interested in why it's just not wanting me to do anything. Okay, come on, game. Here we go. So, we already talked about this. I'm okay with the current vision. Personally, I'd like to get rid of this, but we'll live with it. How are we going to attack? We'll get to that in a second. Let's go through everything else first. Like I said, 4-2-3-1 is kind of what I'm thinking. A 4-4-2 may not be the worst idea, just kind of while we figure out how our team is, but I'm okay kind of playing around. So, MLS is probably the most fun thing you can play in Football Manager because there are a million rules. And it's kind of funny because I really only play MLS in Football Manager, so when I kind of see the lack of rules at other places, I think it's kind of crazy what you can do. I'm not going to read through this whole thing because it's really a lot to kind of digest, and we're going to encounter it probably in 5 or 10 minutes anyway when we start going through the teams. This is what I was talking about earlier with the young players. We just don't have a need to really sell because we're going to have a certain amount already. So here is our spring training schedule. I'm going to go medium, which I guess would be normal. We're going to have higher risk of injuries, but we want to really get our match readiness up because we have a lot of preseason games, but the only ones that really should be an actual challenge are going to be Dallas and Austin. Otherwise, Sacramento is still going to be a USL team. Indy's going to be USL. Madison is even lower. And then we've got our second teams. As far as injuries, Tani's going to be our only one that's got an injury right now. So let's go create our tactic. Again, I am not great at this. So when you see something here, we're going to go something simple. Realistically, I want to control possession as Minnesota. We're going to constantly be outmatched on the field, and I'd rather us control the ball. But for that reason, we're going to kind of play a little bit of a meta here. We're going to go the gegenpress. It's recommending that we do a 4-2-4. I still think 4-2-3-1. This is really going to just take advantage of our players that we have out right now. And let's kind of play around with this. So, I want us to play this as balanced. I'm okay practicing positive, but it's going to be kind of hit or miss depending on the team who we're playing. Choices here are going to be pretty simple. So, let's start on the keeper. That's going to be St. Clair for now. And on the topic of him earlier, we have Clint Irwin as our backup. He's almost as good as St. Clair. And if we compare their salaries in a minute, we can see why we're kind of going to want to get someone better. Our striker, if I can open it up, that's going to be Teemu Pukki. But we'll go with him for now. It's going to be a matter of kind of balancing people out here. Pukki's going to probably be our best striker, but I'd really like him to play in our second line here. We need midfielders, so I think he's right-handed. Yeah, I'd actually rather have you here. Oh, did that wrong. Cool. A long line. He's going to be a good striker. We'll keep him on the right side, actually. And I'm going to absolutely butcher names, so I'm sorry. just a heads up. And load we'll keep on the left side. So we have a pretty strong line if we put it in the 4-2-3-1 like this. This is why I was really against the 4-4-2 earlier. Because we have a lot of ways we can kind of bring up people into here. I'm kind of tempted to leave our midfielders support. But at the same time, I want him working into the box. But we'll go down to our defensive midfielders. This is going to be pretty simple. We'll go Arriaga. And we will go Trap. Trap is probably going to end up getting... Okay. Game. I wonder if it's just my skin that's bugging out here. I'm going to try that. Let's... Oh, not load. Can never remember, like, with all the menu stuff, what's going on. It could just be the skid is, like, absolutely not liking something about the game. Let's see. Alright, come on. Well, in the meantime, we'll have a sip of water. Hopefully that fixes it, though, because it's been acting a little funny this entire time. Okay, let's see if that worked. No. Let's see if it's maybe my... God, the game is not liking me right now. I was hoping maybe I could find the resolution and just see if it's off for some reason. Pretty please. The cherry on top. Oh, this is fun. No, okay, it still does not want me to do anything. I don't know what is up with that. I've not seen that before on FM. Well, I'm glad it's not like we need to use any of those menus or anything. I mean, seriously. Well, let's just load up the old skin and just... Oop, not... I keep thinking it's load game. Just so I can at least remember what I'm doing. I'm gonna try one more thing while I'm thinking about it. It could just be... There we go. Okay, we got that worked. So, back to this. Honestly, at this point, this is just going to kind of be simple. So, wing back. I think we got a good wing back. Dotson's going to be on the right side. Other defensive midfielder is going to be Trapp. And then kind of our rest of our defenders. Our defenders are going to be who get really rotated out a lot, even in this formation. And it's because, to be honest, they're all really not great. So we'll work with that. So you're just not familiar with the position. What happens if I switch you two around? Yeah, then you both hate it. What I do want to see is analysis. We're pretty strong everywhere. The only thing we're going to have is in the midfield on this two parts right here. But that's okay. In a perfect world, we're going to be scoring goals the whole game, so it shouldn't even matter. I'm happy with... I really don't like adding instructions, but step up more is going to be great to get our defenders kind of more in the action. In transition, we always want to counterattack. Yeah, I'm okay with those. That's going to help us keep possession, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, and play out of defense is great. I'm kind of happy with everything that came as default. The only thing we might change is tempo, but yeah, let's just leave that slightly higher while we're kind of getting back into the season. Cool, so that's our tactic. So that's going to be what we train on. Let's definitely go down the other stuff and see what else we need to do. So one thing we definitely want to get done now while I'm thinking about it, if I remember where to go, is we need to register our team for the MLS. But I'm thinking now that I'm like saying it out loud, I think we don't have to do that till the actual season starts. Yeah, that's correct. So let's just continue and see what happens. Okay, we got a social feed set up, and let's go to our first staff meeting. Slight struggles of strength. With our striker, I'm okay with that. We're not going to leave him on that for too long. We'll leave him on it for during the preseason, though. Composure in the final third. Again. Reynoso definitely needs his agility up. Do we have just... We'll do that. We'll leave both of these out just because I'd like our wingers to kind of be able to be on both sides. And sure, you can coach strength. If it's a notable weakness, I'm definitely okay developing that. Language courses are going to be fun. The nice thing about Minnesota, we're pretty comfortable with cash, so I'm okay doing all of these. All right. Where are you coaching at right now? Oh, you're unemployed. Okay. We'll look at coaches on our own here. okay kind of figuring that one out on myself. God, FM does not want me playing today. It's obvious. Come on. There you Wow. That's awesome. Okay. I don't really care about the meeting anyway. Set piece. Now, I'm going to be honest, set pieces I absolutely hate doing in this game. I know people that love it. Set pieces are going to be one of the few things I'm going to let the staff run because this is absolutely something I hate messing with. I'm okay doing the basic instructions like this, but yeah, we're letting the coaching staff run that. I hate those of an absolute passion. Okay, what else we got going on? Here's our training. Or no, this is our code of conduct. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. I think we're gonna do 2 weeks of pay for that, but everything else I'm pretty much. I'm okay with that. First preseason game against New York City. That's kind of a problem for later, but they're also doing a 4-2-3-1. They play out of position a decent amount, but they press us. There's our two loans. Bristow is definitely going to be somewhere we're going to want to watch. Marquise could be good too. I didn't realize we were targeting him. We'll go introduce ourselves to the team. If he keeps like buffering like this, we might have to find something else to do. This is not being fun. Okay. So I'm your new manager. Thinks that means a lot. Let's talk about our MLS aims. I think we can finish competitive, but realistically, I'm going to say mid-table. U.S. Open. We're definitely not going to be trying to reach the final. I think we can reach the latter stages of it. We talked about all this earlier, so I'm not going to run through this again. We're not going to do any promises. That always goes wrong. Code of conduct looks great. And we're good. Everyone seemed pretty happy with that, so more than okay. Locker room atmosphere went up. Our leadership support went up. And it seems like everyone came out pretty happy from that. Simple FM, hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome to our Major League Soccer run as Minnesota United. We're not doing any promises for now, and we've got no injuries. You know, I'm not doing too shabby. I'm starting to get a little thirsty again, but I'm doing pretty good right now. Yeah, we're not going to manage the youth teams. I'm okay without that. So we're going to run a little bit, another press conference here. I thought we already did one, but it all blends together. How do you feel, Sayers? New Minnesota privilege? It is a privilege to be here. We're going to smile warmly when we say that. So I've dreamt of this for years. Hot chocolate actually sounded really good. I took some with me out today, and I realized my machine stopped working, so I wasn't even able to make it, but hot chocolate actually sounds awesome. Young head coach is fine. What made you take this job? Everyone here sees it the same way I do. You hail from relatively close by. Yeah, we said we were from Minneapolis, so we could just say, give us a bond with the supporters. Our squad we talked about was pretty good. I don't want to just outright say no at a news conference. I've been wondering. I hate the pre-roll system on Twitch. It's ridiculous. So I'm kind of hopefully you didn't miss anything there. Honestly, like I just wish you could set it to 0, and if you wanted to run an ad, you could, and that was it. What are we doing? Yeah. So we're not gonna just say no that the team sucks because it doesn't, but we also don't want to say that anyway. We'll see how much we can improve. Been able to talk to the players about my plans for the future yet? Everyone's pretty happy. I want the fans to know I take my job serious. Club's potential and where you'd like to take the team. We want to make long-term success. We talked about our goals already over the next few seasons. We're going to push them hard. I don't think we can really say that. Yeah, let's go with that. Cool. A little bit. I watch a little bit of MLS in my free time. Out here, we don't get as much over across the pond of all the football you guys have going on, but I'll watch a little bit where I can. Otherwise, I mainly just play this. But I won't pretend to be great at this because I'm really not. I'm really not that good at Football Manager, but I like watching it. Watching actual MLS. I think everyone should already be in a position, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Cool. I kind of don't really have a favorite team right now. Minnesota, who I'm playing right here, like watching them. Houston's pretty fun to watch lately. The Dynamo. It's kind of been the main ones. Kansas City's pretty cool too. See if we can get to the game. I'd say late. I mean, the problem is the way our networks are set up. You can only watch certain games, so it just kind of depends on who's on. I don't get to go to many games, so I wouldn't call myself a true supporter. I'm just a fake fan, I guess. Okay, LA is pretty cool. When I was out at SoCal last year, I wanted to try to see a game, but I couldn't get a ticket. And then I helped that my plane ride home was like during the game. So like, oh well, that kind of makes it so I don't have to. Take a sip of water while I'm waiting for this. It's been like super. I don't get it too because I had it on 5 stars for processing, but I think I just need to reinstall the game, or I was gonna say uninstall mods, but I really don't have any. I don't think I have many. Probably just reinstall the game at some point. Luckily, this is a cloud save, so won't have to worry about that getting deleted. Oh, SimpliFM, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. And welcome to the club. The audio was like, what was up with that? The audio played like 5 minutes after that. I just ported over all my stuff to a new bot, which also manages my notifications, and I think something might be up with that. I don't know why. It's not like it should. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, it was a little off, and I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, why is it? It doesn't even have a delay or anything, so I don't know. That might be something to take a peek after the stream about. So, here we are at Generic Stadium trademark. I'm gonna have to probably reinstall it like FM. This is insane. Malik Khan. Who's he playing? I have no idea who's on my second squad, so. Alright, we got places up for grabs. That's absolutely true because there's a few people in here I want to remove. And we're just going to tell everyone, show why you should have a place. Now, we're not going to be watching the full game. I cannot understand how people do that on here, so we're just going to run it on highlights. But we are in black. We want to win. We should win. We'll give a nice little bit of encouragement for a minute. So this is it's work the spaces for most of everything else, and then I have it combined just to use an MLS scoreboard mod. So it's yeah, that's the only difference. That's the only thing that's different from work the space. I think it's WTCS Gold is the full name of it. I couldn't tell you where I got the scoreboard from. I've had FM set up like this like for a year minimum. So I could, and I've reset my computer since, so I know it's definitely not on my history anywhere, but if I ever find it, I will put a link to it. Dotson goes in. Pookie for the goal? That was a nice little cross. This is what should be happening. I mean, our second 11 is definitely not going to even be remotely close. Just because it's going to mainly be people from the academy. That was still a nice little kick in. I mean, I'm sure if you look up like MLS scoreboard, technically it's Apple TV, but it doesn't have the Apple logo obviously, so I'm sure if you find MLS scoreboard somewhere. I kind of like it. I like a lot of the European ones more with how they do scoreboards, but I'd rather be kind of just what I'm actually doing. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to have a Sky Sports stream for Minnesota versus Minnesota. Dotson has it again. I always forget they use the yellow ball here for early on in the season. Another cross? Nope, too far off. We talked about Halongway and how we were keeping him in the lineup. I'm happy keeping him on the right side. He was complaining about it, or I should say our coaches were complaining about it. But I think around the 10 or 15 minute mark, we're going to swap on the other side of Vlad and just see kind of what the difference is. Student. I can't, like, it may be part of it's because I only play MLS on here, but I have huge respect for people that can go through and, like, do a full lower level to Premier League save. It's just beyond me. And I think part of it is, like, I'm so used to our system of trades being the way you kind of get teams built versus the whole transfer system. And kind of the problem with the trading is you really don't develop a team from scratch that way. You kind of inevitably always have pieces left over. Oh, they did not like that I encouraged them. I don't remember how many substitutes do we have in this. Not that I want to sub anyone right now, but see what I don't like there is he's just passing like too far into the goalpost. Yeah, no thanks. I mean, that's just I'd maybe do it if it was just one tier below. Oh, nice. We'll absolutely take that. I mean, Longway's just going to be a great part of our team, but I'm going back and forth on if I want to put him in the striker position up front or if we're going to leave him out on the wing. But as I was saying, I can't imagine, like, I could maybe do like one tier down from the top, but it seems insane to me. Yeah, I can imagine. I kind of always wish sports over here did the whole relegation system. But at the same time, it's like I guess it'll never happen here. You somewhat see it in college when a few colleges move up to Division 1, but super different story. I don't know why I like saw the ball go up here. I kind of just looked up like that. Oh, I'm addicted. So what I do want to check right now is, and this doesn't really let me view the stats like I'd like to, because then I get this annoying white bar. I'm pretty happy with this. 52, I mean, in a gig compress, but Jose, I'm gonna not be able to. I'm like having like a stroke trying to read all the words together. Jose Morin special or Moreno special. Thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. I hope I said that right. I've got like this little text, so I'm barely able to see. See, I would. On the one hand, I'd like relegation. On the other hand, I don't, because a big problem with it is we kind of need. MLS is getting more popular, but we kind of need it to stay just in the big cities for now to keep getting more popular in the US. And I think if we had relegation and you started seeing like Madison FC in Wisconsin somehow becomes an MLS team, I mean, a town of 100,000 people at most is not going to be able to support an MLS team like a lot of the other ones do. And I think it's just kind of a waste for everyone. Girl that it's American and I'm playing FM24. Yeah, I really kind of got into it. I had a lot of free time at my old job and I found FM and that got me into it, just finding ways to do it. But if you're looking for quality gameplay, I would not expect it here because I will not pretend to be great at this by any means. So, on that note, I just realized our second 11 has 5 fouls on us, which I'm kind of impressed by. But I think we'll start rotating people off around the 40th minute. Maybe we'll just wait till the half. Yeah, I mean, that's just not how Americans are. We don't really care for it. It is getting a lot more popular. I mean, I can tell you the few games I've been to. Okay, well, take that. I was not expecting that. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, it's just never been a huge American sport, obviously. I mean, we're gonna have the World Cup come in what, 20. I'm so off of my years. I think it's in a year or two, and that's gonna cover a bunch of cities across the country, but I don't know how big it'll be. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of I think it's gonna be a lot of people coming in from abroad more than people watching it here. I mean, that was the case when we held the World Cup with Canada and Mexico back in what was it, the 90s, the 80s. It's just it doesn't. I mean, it's just not a big thing here, and the MLS is kind of the only extent of it. Like college really does not have any here. It's just kind of that's about it. Wow, that was a big kick there. I've been kind of zoned out, so I'm like not really watching the game as much. So I'm like kind of surprised when we do something. And like I said, this is a game we should absolutely win because it is preseason against our lower squad. But at the same time, it's like I still want us to do good. But it's getting more popular. I mean, the few games I've been to sell out really well. I mean, I think Atlanta, I think they usually get between 40 and 50,000 because they use the main NFL stadium. Besides FM, that's a lot. I like playing a lot of tycoon and simulation games. I used to be big into Flight Simulator. I've kind of grown out of that a little, but I still like it. Do cosplay on the side. That's kind of a big part of my streaming when I actually remember to, and it's not days like this where I'm just too lazy to do anything. And traveling. I love traveling a lot. And Eden. Hold on, wait. We just got a goal, so I want to look at that. Then I'll look at it. I didn't even see what happened. Wow. And this is what I talked about for our goalkeepers earlier, because Emmings is going to be our backup for the main part of the season. And we just really need to get at least a new main goalkeeper to replace St. Clair. Emmings, I think, will be decent if we keep him as a backup, but yeah. Oh, and we got a goal against us. And I hope I pronounced this right. Eden DeZico from Fenerbahce. Botch? This year, Honestly, I haven't followed preseason too much. Um, this year I'm kind of liking Portland. I know that's kind of a maybe off the radar, the Timbers. I could see them kind of doing something crazy this year. Columbus always pretty good. I mean, in all honesty, Miami's probably going to go far. I mean, just obviously because I'm playing them right now, I'd like to see Minnesota do good. I think they've got a pretty good potential squad. Can't speak. Squad again. And I think the big surprise will be Chicago, depending on how they can come out of the preseason. I don't know. It's been kind of like a little bit quiet. I usually have a few of my like stuff on Apple set up to send me some notifications. So I'm really surprised like how few I've gotten. So halftime. Set pieces have done good. That's probably because I'm not touching them. I said from the beginning, I'm not gonna touch set pieces. I hate doing set pieces in this game, so I'm okay if someone else has that. Our XG's at 1.93 though, so having 4 goals is awesome off of that. And I mean, we've just been getting a lot of kind of everything we want. My main complaint is our possession. I mean, we're trying to control possession and it's not happening. Huge lover of concerts. I really love classical music. I've always been a big fan of it. I played the violin and the cello for a while and loved it. Love classical music. I can't say I'm in anything too much else besides that. I mean, if you ask me to name a song from after 2000, I probably won't be able to give you an answer. But I went to a orchestra, I want to say January. Amazing. We'll say what a 45 minutes that was. Nice work, guys. That was supposed to happen, but I'm still happy. Defense, can't complain. Midfield, can't complain. Attackers, can't complain. Singer called Dean Lewis. I can't say that I have. So, while I'm thinking about that, I'm gonna probably assume that we're gonna be good on our starters for now. We obviously don't care about the result of it. We just want to get match fitness up. So, first person to bring out is Franco. We're going to put in Reynoso, who's going to actually be the starter for that position. I'm just trying to rotate people around. Sungbin is going to come in for Pookie. Where's he at? I don't know. There he is. And I kind of want to do this. I'm going to leave Longway and Loden for now. I just kind of want to get him some practice opsidens. And then I want Rosales in for Trap. I want Pedalford in for Valentine. And I think that'll be some good mixes for now. That's 4 of our 11. Let's do one more. Make it a 5. Adebayo Smith, we'll put him in... No, we'll put DJ Taylor in for Erickson. It's my favorite. He sings more kind of love depressing. See, I'm very easily influenced by music. I can't listen to sad stuff. Especially video game music, which I know sounds super dumb, but I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 like a few years ago. And even to this day, I can listen to like 1 or 2 cutscene themes and I'll start bawling. It's not even like lyrics or anything. It's just, I can't listen to sad music. Destroys me. So, we're into the second half now. We just care about getting match fitness up and not sucking. Okay. That was pretty good. I have not. It's never, well, this is going to come out really mean. It's not been on my list, but it's always something that it's the kind of thing that if I were gifted it, I would absolutely play it the whole way. But it's not like when I'm going down the list of stuff I want to get for myself, it's just never been up there. But kind of when I'm on the RPG side of it, I'm kind of more in the JRPGs lately. I'd try it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the opportunity, I'd probably play it. I think when we hit the 60 or 65th, We'll sub in. Yeah, when we hit the 65th, we'll probably change out the rest of the team. I mean, at this point, we're high enough that we could care less about the result. One of your favorite? I mean, I'll have to check it out. I've heard great things about it. All right, Reynoso, that was a little bit too hard there. I've heard fantastic things. It hasn't been on the top of my list. Oh, set piece. Too high. Probably don't need this open. I mean, I'm really surprised we're not holding possession. That's going to be kind of my only complaint about the end of the match. So, what else we got cooking here? Do I have it on extended highlights or just... I think that's in the other settings. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I'm just passing around. Uh-oh. That sucks. The cogwheel next to... Oh, was I just clicking the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, we only want key highlights. Thank you. I was like, I knew it was up here, but I just thought I was going absolutely insane. But especially in a preseason game, I do not care about leaving all the highlights on. I said the 65th, so we'll wait. I guess we can just do it here because it's not going to happen until after. Take loadout. And I'm okay with that. Leaving the rest of them. We'll get Irwin some practice. I really would no, we'll leave St. Clair in. Just because his fitness is going to go up a little bit lower. Or a little bit slower. I missed that. Did it go off the sidebar? See, I have the worst at playing this game because I know you're supposed to watch your team and say, oh, what can I do different? And I'll just be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And just not pay attention. Well, I'm thinking about it, though. Opposition. Because I always forget to usually go into the opposition menu. So, coach wants us to press him. Khan needs to be marked because he has been on us. And I also want Bainley marked. All right. Have a great rest of your night. Hope you sleep well. Can't wait to see you in here again. Did we score? Oh, we did score. Yeah, have a good night. Oh, okay. At this point, game's probably going to be fun. Not overly concerned about what ends up happening. Just let the time run out. Okay. You should not be complacent. Everyone's going to hate me for encouraging them. It's going to be like, guys, you got this. You can do it, team. And it's like, we're winning. We're winning by 3 goals with 9 minutes left. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, that was our second squad. That's what I hate about these inter-squad games, because you can never tell who it is when they do the alerts like that. It's awful. All right, I need to take Dotson out. He's getting a little too tired. Got rest on the bench, so... Oh, you can't do that in a friendly. Okay, cool. Honestly, that was with balance, too. I mean, I think if we had actually tried attacking this game, we probably could have gotten another goal. What was our XG at? 3. So, I mean, we're ahead. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow. They've got a red card too. I actually didn't. Oh, it was because he got a second yellow. I was like, I didn't realize that was a red card. The Boss 985, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I mean, I wish we had maybe gotten a little bit more possession in. But I mean, I can't complain too much about that. For our first preseason match, good work, team. We're just gonna say everyone. We're happy with everyone. Emmings did really good for the second 11. We need to keep our eye on him. It's just our goalkeepers are awful. And that is absolutely going to be on the first list of players that we want to target. The problem is we're in MLS. And that means we'll get to that in a second. All right, MNUFC came near total domination over distinctly average second 11. I always like the way they write this. Distinctly average. It's like, can you imagine like seeing that in an actual news article? It'd go insane. At a National Sports Center. That's about all of our goals. Nice. Very happy with the result. Okay. Huh. So, we'll get back to this now. For those of you that don't play MLS, there's a lot of stupid rules. Which is funny to me because I'm so used to playing MLS that when I go and like try to do a save in the UK or something, I'm like, wait, you can just sign players? There's like no, you guys don't have designated players or anything? One of those dumb rules is it's kind of a two-part. One, you have your international slots. You can only have so many international players per team, but you can trade for some of the other MLS teams' international slots. The other problem is when you do put a transfer in from outside the MLS, if you pay, you owe a commission to MLS in addition to what you pay to the club. And for that reason, we really don't get a lot of chances to sign from outside the MLS. It helps that, and we'll go back to that trade in a second, because it ends up meaning that you do more trades than transfers. It helps that as Minnesota, we do have a pretty good budget. 1.7 million is not going to be too shabby. But at the same time, hey, Alacrity. Basically, think of it this way. MLS wants you to stay American, so they prioritize Americans in the league. And it's great. It's a great strategy. With the whole idea of it was to appeal to Americans, you would only have Americans in the sport. So it's Minnesota. We're going to be fine when it comes to transfers, but it's just a lot more inconvenient. You know, the Bald Eagles were not part of the contract, but because we are Minnesota, it's the Loon, because that's our nickname, and that's a bird. I think it says it somewhere here. I don't remember. Just pretend you see it like right in the middle of the screen, and like there's a giant like picture of the bird here. So what that means is we're going to get things like this where Seattle, the Sounders, are interested in trading for Will Trapp. Now they are offering $350,000 from the general allocation money plus the first round pick this year and the first round pick next year. Now for those of you that live in 99% of the world where you don't have drafts, basically when soccer players finish in college, they go to the draft and teams get to pick up random players that they choose in order of the worst to best team. And that is the other main way we get players, and it kind of sucks, especially for this. Am I interested in trading away Will Trapp for two of those picks? Well, let's think about it. First off, Seattle's pick, like I said, will depend on how good or bad they finish that season. The better they are, the worse that pick is going to be worth. So why don't we take a quick look at Major League Soccer? And I think there used to be a season preview. Seattle is expected to finish 6th this year. So by that logic, they would be the 23rd pick this round. So there are 23 teams that would get to pick before we do. If they do finish that position. Now, I'm going to also wager that Seattle is probably going to finish 6th, if not better. The only thing stopping them is the fact on how seeding works, but that's not important. And then we think about it from the trading perspective, that general allocation money is basically money we could use to buy down the contracts of our players. Because there's a salary cap and MLS on your total team, and it's basically useless because of that money. I don't remember if I can see it's somewhere weird that you have to find the general allocation money. Here it is. I think. Yeah, so we've got 1.9 million. And when the season starts, we'll have 3.8 million. And we have to use it up. It just goes away if we don't. So for that reason, I mean, Will is probably going to be in our starting 11. He's a solid player. I mean, if we look at our squad planner, let's just go to our depth chart. He's 3 stars. He's in our top position here. I don't see a reason we would get rid of him right now. Not for just straight up cash. So we're going to just say absolutely not to Seattle. Yoink. And we're going to get a lot of stupid offers like that this season. Just trades that are going to be for money that we're really not going to care about. And our defensive midfielder got a strain for 5. Great. Played 1 game against ourselves. We already got an injury. 4 to 6 weeks is rough. The nice thing is he wasn't in our starting lineup, so. Cool. No, we're not sending him. Now everyone's all on board with this. We're not selling him right now. Right. We hate the Pacific Northwest. Is this the same guy? Oh, it's the same article. And the game froze again. So we're going to get a lot of dumb trade offers like that. Just because MLS teams love to submit trade offers in this game. It's kind of ridiculous. Game, please. Please, game. Please, game. There we go. Oh, I might just skipped a few days. There's another trade. Seattle did cause the freeze. So LA wants Devin Paddleford. Again, same deal. I mean, I'm more than happy to trade some of our worst players, but they're only going to try to go for our good ones. Where's Paddleford at? He should be somewhere over here. I don't see it. Is he somehow up here? Should be in our defensive section. Unless I'm just thinking of a different guy. Yeah, he's a defender. It's like I know we just started here on this team, but I feel like I know my team a little bit. Yeah, this is why we're not selling him. He's 3 stars right now. He's gonna be 4 stars. And he's perfectly aligned where he's at right now. If anything, they're obviously wanting to get him because he's young. And our GM did say, hey, why don't you sell the new guys Let's get some extra cash. We're not selling him. Now, I would be happy to get rid of Taylor. Or even Valentine. In a perfect world, we're going to get rid of all of our wingbacks, or we're going to train them to not be wingbacks. But I'm going to keep Paddleford for now. Reynoso got his green card, so now we have an extra slot available. And let's keep going. Who did I just say we'd be okay getting rid of? So this one's a little different. Let's kind of do some other stuff really quick. Recruitment meeting. Let's go to this first. God, we have so many goalkeepers. None of this matters. And this is exactly why we said we wanted to get rid of Taylor. He's one of our defenders. I'm okay looking for defenders right now. Goalkeepers are also my goal, but not enough goal. We have 4 goalkeepers. Okay. Actually, I should have done that because I do wanted a better goalkeeper anyway. New intermediary suggestion. Center back. When does this contract expire? June 30th. So he'd join in the middle of the season. I'm going to say no for now. I mean, we want to keep our... If we're going to get an international player, I'd like it to be a goalkeeper. We've got 1 slot. Team USA. I really don't care about this, so we're just going to do auto select. Yeah, I don't care. We love keeping our goals defended. So let's go to this. San Jose. I am happy to get rid of Taylor. But I'm not just doing it for cash. We need an actual good reason to give him up. So let's see who they've got. Oh, of course, we haven't scouted San Jose, so that's good. That's awesome, actually. We could use a defensive midfielder, but I don't know how any of these guys are, so that's great. What do they want? I think they just wanted to give us a... I'm thinking about it. I mean, I don't really care about the picks, but we can trade those picks away to another team. Let's go to our scouting portal. What might be the best way to do this? Let's edit that focus. And can you, if I remember right, you can do it within a maybe not. I think you could do it within a region. I got a headache already. I'm gonna say no. I'd like to get rid of Taylor, but I don't think that's worth it. Gosh, I hate MLS for this reason. You get so many redundant trade offers. Cool. And that's cool too. And that's cool. One thing I do want to check is what's our training schedule like right now? Eh, I mean, it's okay. Game froze again. What I was thinking is maybe I might give him an extra rest day. I love doing community outreach because I like having teamwork be higher. Where is... Where's rest at? There it is. Actually, let's do recovery. Just because I'd like team cohesion to not go down as much. That's awesome. Here's what I should do. Um, where's DJ Taylor? Just offer him out and see what we get. That might have been too low, but yeah. This is actually too high. What about a nice 100,000? All right, I know what the medicals. Really? Habits of Edge to $0. You guys were just asking to trade for him. What? That's what I get for putting a 0. You all say, yeah, you're just like, hey, getting rid of this guy? Absolutely not. And absolutely not. Might be time for bed soon. The Sounders? Nope. Guys, I'm not trying to give up Dodson. Who? Wow. Okay. Yeah, go to a specialist. Okay, that actually sucks. Hold on. Let's just reload the save. Yeah, I'll load that team. I didn't realize we were going for him. Actually, you would be kind of a good pick, wouldn't you? Hey, would you give up Taylor? would you take Taylor? Oh, please say yes. That'd be hilarious. Oh, no. Okay. Um, 100,000? Are you kidding me? Guys, stop. Alright, go home. Stop getting hurt. It'd be crazy if Austin took that trade, but I doubt it. Yeah, just send whoever, I don't care. Yeah. Kind of figured. Let's try one more. Make an offer. Let's go DJ Taylor. What about 250,000? Wow. Yeah, now I give up. They don't want it. All right, we got another game here. There's our team. We're the blue this time. Oh, there's snow on the field, apparently. Sure. We played our second 11 last time. This is our actual number 2 team. So, tell everyone, just show me what you got. Show me what you got. Okay, I'm kind of about it. Oh wait, no, we're the black. Oops. I was about to say, that's actually pretty good passing compared to the last game. Well, it doesn't help, like... I mean, I get it's partly because of the scoreboard we're using, but when we're playing our own inter-squad games, like... These are both our uniforms. It's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and give our team some words of encouragement. Oh, okay. Loki, I might get on after this little match. Hey, we got a goal. That's awesome sauce. I didn't even see what happened. Since this is a little friendly between us, I'm not going to go like, goal! It's just not that exciting enough for this time. It's not just a white mom. No, that's awesome sauce is not a white mom quote. Well, we're doing good at least. What's our, only at half. At 0.5 XG. And getting stuff. I hate it here. This is just a little. It's just my team. It's just my little squad. Instead of the manager, I'm the supportive soccer mom. 24, but okay. Guys, we scored like 3 goals by this point last game. What is happening? It's like the exact same people you're playing. It's actually the exact same people you're playing. This is insane. I mean, at least we're winning. I guess that's all I should care about. And this game doesn't even matter anyway, so it's not like winning would actually matter. The morale boost would be nice though early on. Hey, that's pretty cool. Can live with that. They did not like that I was like, hey guys, you got this. They did not like I did that right after a goal. Oh, the whole team hated that. You were uninterested. You're composed at least. You're confident. But see, I'm convinced that Encourage is the only one that actually does anything. Yeah, you play for set pieces. I don't care. Wow. We are gonna do what I did earlier, which was I want to get these two used to playing on both sides because I think that's always a pretty good way to when you've had your squad set for a while, it's a pretty good way to just throw off the other team's scouting. It seems like it works. I don't know how true that actually is. I mean, it seems like it's made a difference for me. Wow. Okay, come on, guys. Pass it. That was kind of a pass. But see, it's like I'd rather them just take the shot there. I should change it to just shoot on target. Or is that what it's called? Or shoot at will or something? Because right now they're working it in, which I mean is dang, usually fine, but I don't know. Let's get to halftime and we'll start putting some subs in. The one thing I did want to try doing with this save, and I didn't really get it set up right, but I thought playing Alacrity, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I was gonna say welcome, but then it's like, oh, you're already here. The one thing I wanted to try doing with this save is because I thought we'd go full American and set up the money ball strategy and start and do it really based off of like all the stats. But it was kind of a pain in the butt to set up. Yeah, we had shots on target. I'm happy. Defense is doing great. We didn't really have a lot of shots on goal. Midfield's great. Yeah, I'm okay with everyone so far. But let's take Dotson out. He's gonna need to be the first one to go with his yellow card. God, his all of you guys have pretty good sharpness already. I was gonna say I want to get sharpness up, but wow. Okay. Let's go off condition then, I guess. I do want Dotson out, so let's. I guess we could put Taylor in. Let's actually put Baccarat in. Let's get him. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is morale. This is sharpness. That's what we care about. Makes a lot more sense. And I think we leave Sang Ben in a little bit longer. Let's put you in for Reynoso, maybe? Yeah, I'm okay with that. True. Right, that's exactly it. God, we have a lot of strikers. I just realized. It's actually kind of crazy. Let's leave it like that for now. We'll definitely want to switch off more people in a little bit. They took out 3. God, they have horrible condition on their side. Look at that. Just mediums almost all the way down. I mean, we're really not breaking much of a sweat. Kind of just, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this game. I'd like to have scored another goal. but we're controlling. But the big thing this season is we want to control possession. I said that from the beginning because no matter what, we're going to be very average. Thank God. Um, we're going to be very average this season, and I think the big deciding factor will be if we can get a lot more ties out of games where we should lose. I'm okay with that. But and part of it's from playing a gegenpress instead of controlling possession, but I kind of would have expected it to be higher here. Let's make the rest of our subs now. So let's get Ariaga out. We'll put Poki's going to need to get a lot of training or a lot of sharpness because he's going to be out on the field a lot. Halongway can come and take Paddleford out, put in Taylor. You Pookie should actually be in for you. There we go. All right, that works. You might make the swap later to get St. Clair out. And just get Irwin. We'll get Irwin in now. I mean, again, we don't really want either of them. We want to get our new goalkeepers really bad. But unfortunately, I think the goalkeeper is going to have to come to the transfer window in a couple other countries. Because I just don't see us getting a good one inside the MLS of a trade. Not when we can get someone potentially on a free transfer. The nice thing about playing in the MLS is we are the top league in the country, which would be comparable to like the third stage in most of the rest of the world. But we are technically the top league, so a lot of players are willing to come to us off that alone. Wow. And I think a big part of our budget is going to have to go into a better goalkeeper. St. Clair's good, but we're going to eventually turn this team into a more attacking once we kind of get all of our sharpness up and everything. And I want to have a good keeper back to kind of not just play as a regular keeper, but I want them to come out and maybe be more of a sweeper kind of role. I don't think we're going to find anyone I'm looking for that's already going to be a sweeper, because I think it's pretty uncommon in FM this year to find one, but it'd be nice. Oh, come on. Take that ball back. Okay. I just realized how low I was getting in my chair. Okay. Nice. I'll go with that. Pretty happy with that. Just praise the team. I mean, they're gonna get mad if I encourage them. Yeah, they don't really care about praise either. They do not. Goalkeeper is mad about that. He would have preferred to stay on the bench. You and me both. That's fair. Let's put him back on the bench. It's like, come on, man. Just trying to get you a little bit of exercise today. All you gotta do is stand in front of the. Okay. Nice. Is that his second? No, I think it was Frogopane that got the last one. That was good. I mean, I'm kind of surprised it didn't get called offside. Oh, I see why. I didn't because I didn't see I didn't see this guy come in at first. Cool, 30 minutes of extra time. What I do like that I'm seeing down here though is we're pretty spread. Oh, that's the wrong view. We are pretty spread out throughout the whole thing. I don't really like having a strong side and a weak side, especially in this kind of a formation. Dang. Oh, I thought we might have had that there. I don't like having a strong and a weak side. I think it's really good if you can balance them both, which kind of goes back to why we want to swap our players between left and right to give them practice on both. Cool. just run out the time here. So I mean, yeah, look at the passing is pretty good. Formation kind of didn't stick though, which is a little odd. But whatever. I mean, we won. Our XG is 2.45, so we came out pretty good with that too. But yeah, I mean, we didn't have anyone staying in one spot for too long, which is what I really like. I want people moving with the ball. I want this to be a pretty fluid kind of team. All right, everyone was happy. We're not even going to go any further. Everyone's happy with that. Cool. Minnesota did good. I am more than okay with that. Is that because it was snowing? I think so. Cool. Honestly, we can probably about leave it there. Next game will be against FC Dallas. I think this is their kind of practice facility. Oh, this is in LA. What the heck? Why are we going there? Is that where spring training is? I thought spring training was like Coachella. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. We'll probably move some stuff around before the game. Winger and Fortnite will do the staff meeting. I think that'll be a pretty good place to stop from there. I mean, we did get through 2 games and the main part at the beginning of our season, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, he needs to just do goalkeeper stuff. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we want to keep Caden around. I think he's gonna turn out pretty good. Yeah, definitely want strong training there. He's fine. We're getting rid of him. Okay, that's cool. Game first. I gotta probably reinstall this game before next time. We're gonna hold off on getting any more coaches for now. I don't think we want to yet. Especially because I might want to put that money to scouting. Oh my gosh. Physio might be necessary though. You actually are pretty good. Let's get you. Okay. Physio. I want you to start immediately. A 3 years salary is kind of crazy. I think we can save some money on him. He wants 89,000 a year. I think we can get him for 67.5. How about 73? How about 73? How about 73? He'll take that. Gosh, I can't believe our injuries. Like, that's insane to me that we're already piling up the injuries. Yeah, cool. Hopefully I can save the game. Because the game clearly does not want me to save. I'm actually pretty happy with how that turned out, though. We got 3 weeks into January. I think all things. God, the camera does not like when I do that. All things being considered, pretty happy. So, go and start winding things down. Hope you guys enjoyed. We have 240,000 followers. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Was thinking about doing a little bit of Rivals for a little bit, but low-key, I'm like starting to get tired, and I got to get up early again tomorrow. I mean, I've got to get up in 10 hours, and I've like barely done anything. So definitely need to probably end a little early than I planned on. But that's okay. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you soon. Bye.